So, we are now going to go glamorous with the color plush. You want to wet your brush, wipe it off with the Kleenex to make it damp. Then you dive into the color and you have fun. I'm now working with the darker color from the palette. Then I'm running next to the lashes. I'm pulling it out quite far because I want to have a little bit more of a spectacular look to this one. As you can see, it's a very easy product to work with. It's a very silky, smooth feeling. You don't have clumps coming off. It's very smooth. You can work it with your fingers as well. I now go into the second darkest color in the palette. Using these colors wet actually intensifies color. It becomes more sparkly, and it has a much higher contrast. So it's actually a very fun product to work with. And the colors, they blend really well. And most important, easy to apply. I go into the third color, which is a slightly more matte than the rest. I'm going to put that into this crease here. And you wet your brush as you go along. It's really like when you work with pastels. And now I'm using the white one. And you can see how much more intense it looks. And I'm actually going to go over all these colors with the dry colors. When you go over it with the dry colors, over the wet color, you have the intensity through the wetness. And when you go over it with the dry, you sort of have the sparkling particles that lifts to the surface. And it gives it super, super, super shiny texture that I find very attractive. So I'm now using it dry. And also you get all the soft edges when you go over with the dry colors. And I'm going over each color with the same one as I did wet. For underneath, I do it a little bit wet, the darker color. On the look, for the day look, I put the dark color only underneath. When here I pulled it out, so it gets more like of a cat eye. But the combinations with 4 colors like that, you can make wet and dry. The combinations are endless. Again, I think it's important to put the mascara. I'm using the XXL, which is a mascara that gives a lot of volume. It's like a frame around the eye. This is the glam look of the Color Plush Eye Studio.